A very good morning to all of you. In our last class before this puja vacation, I have sent you one picture, right? The introduction of a political theory. I hope all of you have read every points from that picture. So today we will start a fresh chapter, that is political theory and introduction. The first chapter, okay, from political theory book. So this is a very short chapter. You just have to we only need to understand what is politics and what is political theory. These are the only points which we have to discuss. Okay, so I think we will complete this chapter within 2 classes only. I'll take only 2 videos. I'll make only 2 videos to make you understand, okay, about the political theory. So please listen to this video very carefully. It's very simple. What is politics? Politics everyone knows, right? Every individual knows what is politics. So political theory and introduction. Okay, human beings are unique in 2 respects. They possess reason and the ability to reflect on their action. So we human beings, we are different from all other creatures in this world. We are totally different, right? Because we have the ability to think, we have the ability to react, we have the ability to make something right, and we also have the ability to make something wrong because we have brains. So human beings are different from all other creatures. Because of our brain, because of our uniqueness, we play a dirty game, that is politics. Okay, to run a country, politics is required. Forget about country, to run a family also, sometimes politics is required, right? We have to play some games within our family members. Right, everyone is involved in this politics, and some people says that I'm not interested in politics, I am out of politics, I don't like politics, I don't want to hear about politics. There are these types of peoples are also there, right? But let me tell you one thing. Those who are not interested in politics, those who do not want to hear about politics, and those who never discuss politics are also involved in politics. Every common people are involved in politics, from the very newborn baby to the 100-year-old man. Everyone is involved in politics. Now how they are involved in politics? Because in order to survive, in order to live our life, we have to eat, we have to earn money. Okay, you are a student, you are studying in school, but in order to fulfill your dreams, in order to fulfill your requirements, your parents have to earn, right? In order to give you a good life, they have to earn, they have to buy foods, they have to buy things for you. So when we are buying some foods, we are automatically giving some taxes to the government. This is how we are all involved in politics, from a newborn baby to the old man. Everyone is involved in politics. Okay, and this is all because of our uniqueness as a common people. The common people possesses reason and the ability to reflect on their action. When something has been done, we have the ability to reflect through our action. Some people don't like your actions, don't like your attitude, and they might refute you back. That is called action. This is because of human being. We are human being. We have the capability to think, we have the capability to fight for ourselves. Okay, so the objective of political theory is to train citizens to think rationally about political question and assess the political events of our time. This is the first chapter, political theory. So, what do we have to study in political theory? Political theory basically teaches us how to train the citizen to think rationally about political questions. There are so many questions which are related to politics or which are related to politics, right? And what are the answers to these questions? How can we answer? Every question is related to politics. If you are saying that in, for example, in current scenario, if you go to the vegetable market, you will find everything costly. Prices are very, very high. So the rise of prices of food grains, that also involved politics. When you are saying this is very costly, I cannot afford to buy. Why this thing is so costly? You are asking these questions, right? That question is also a political question. You have to understand that. Okay. And this political theory teaches us how to question and how to answer those questions. Okay. So, political theory systematically think about the values that inform political life. Values such as freedom, equality, and justice. Political theory also help us to think about, systematically think about the political values, right? And those values are freedom, equality, and justice, right? Freedom, we have to have freedom. Like you are in class 11. I think all of you want some sort of privacy in your life, from your parents, from your relative, from your friends. That is called freedom, right? That is your personal freedom from your family. But in a political scenario, we are talking about the freedom, one freedom which we can utilize being a human being, because the Indian government, the Indian constitution has granted that freedom to us, and that is called one of the fundamental right of the common people, right to freedom, right? In our last class, in our rights and duties, we have discussed about right to freedom. So that is one of the fundamental rights, and that fundamental rights, fundamental values, freedom, that who teaches everything about that? Political theory. If you understood political theory, then you can have idea about all the values of our life, in which we all are involved, being a common people, being the human being. Similarly, equality. You wanted to have equality in your family also. If in case you have your siblings, like brothers, sister, whoever, and your parents, sometimes your parents gives some priorities to one of you only. Okay, that time you will have a question. There should be an equality between both of us, because we are your children. You can ask this question to your parents. Why importance is given to one only? Why not me? That is equality, and that is personal equality, right? In a political scenario, equality means everyone should be treated equally. Everyone is equal in the eye of law. If the common people is punished against the violation of the law, then similarly a police or a doctor or even the prime minister or the president, they also have to be punished if they violate the rules and regulation, or if they violates the constitution. That is called equality, and that equality we will learn from political theory. Justice. Everyone should get justice. If the two of you, if your siblings are fighting in your house, and your parents, obviously they always try to stop your fighting, and sometimes whoever were in wrong side, your parents will give some punishment to them. At that time you will get justice because of that fight, right? But that is personal justice. And in a political scenario, justice means like the equality. If someone is punished, other should also be punished. That is called justice. Okay, so political theory help the common people to think systematically the value of political life. Now, the objective of political theory is to train citizens to think rationally about political questions and assess the political events of our times. We can ask questions, right? Political questions, and how to ask all these questions, and how to assess. How to assess means examine. How to examine the political events that has been given lesson by the political theory only. Okay. It is unfortunate that politics has come to be associated with the pursuit of self-interest by any and every method. Actually, politics is for the welfare of the common people. Welfare, not only common people, but welfare of the whole society, welfare of the whole country, right? But nowadays, unfortunately, politics has become a self-interested game. People always wanted to have their development, the personal development, not the society's development, the growth of the societies. This is an unfortunate period of time, because nowadays politics became a very, very dirty game, and everything this is only because of self-interest by sometimes the common people, sometimes the leaders, sometimes the government. Okay, if there is self-interest, then obviously that becomes dirty. Politics is an important and integral part of any society. It's very, very important part of any society, of any country, of any government, right? One needs to understand politics. Every common people is involved in politics, whether you like it or not, but you are involved in politics. Politics at one level involves what government do and how they relate to the aspiration of the people. At another level, it involves how people struggle and influence decision making. So actually, in politics, government has to involve themselves, that how can they relate to the aspirations of the common people, how can they relate to the demand of the common people, how can they satisfy common people, right? How can they bring development in the common people, in a society. From one level, politics is that involvement of government in every dreams of the common people. And at another level, government has to involve themselves in the struggle and the influence of the common people in decision making, because eventually the decision making, the power of decision making rests in the hand of common people only. We have the power to make our decision, right? We can make our government or break our government. If you are happy, if common people are happy with today's government, They might come as our government in another election. But if the common people are not happy, then obviously that government will not be in power in our next election. So the final decision making power rests in the hands of the common people only, like us. So in politics, at one level, government has to involve themselves in the dreams and desires of the common people, and in another level, government has to involve themselves in the struggle of the people in decision making, right? They have to struggle, they have to involve themselves in that struggle. When people used to have those struggle in decision making, like we have to think a lot about decision making, right? I don't know whether all of you have given your vote or not. I don't think you are in that age, but during that election period, we all got very, very confused whom to elect. That is the struggle for the common people, and the government have to understand those struggle of the common people. Okay. In the Indian Constitution, our preamble enshrines freedom and equality. The chapter on the right in the Indian Constitution abolishes untouchability in any form. Gandhian principle find a place in directive principle. So, in politics, when the government involved themselves, then only they will understand the problem of the common people. They will understand the situation, right? So, this is how the Gandhian principle has been adopted, untouchability has been removed, everything has been amended in the constitution because the government involved themselves in the life of the common people. Okay, there are many things which has been removed from the Indian constitution, like child marriage, untouchability. One of the most important fundamental right, that is right to property, has been removed from the Indian constitution. Because of that, people used to have a fight against each other because of right to property. If you have right to property, then you always buy and sell any property in any area, right? So because of that chaos arises, and government did not wanted that, so the government has to remove those rights. Okay, so government, these are the things, or these are the situation in which government has to involve themselves. If the government did not involve themselves in the problem of the common people, then they will not be able to understand our desire, our aspiration, how to bring development in the society, and everything that has been whatever government is doing, whatever common people are thinking, that will be taught by political theory only. We will study political theory in order to understand politics, in order to understand government, in order to question our government, in order to question ourselves sometimes. So, in politics, every individual is related, either directly or indirectly, but everyone is involved. And in this politics, this political theory teaches us how to question, how to have a political question, and how to assess the situation, political situation, how to involve ourselves in the decision making. And not only the common people, this political theory does not teach only common people, but the government as well. Even the government also have to learn from political theory. Okay, so this is an introduction of political theory. This is not theory, politics. How politics has been involved, how common people has been involved, what are the things which we can learn from political theory. Okay, so these are the things. In our next class we will discuss about exactly political theory. Okay, political in which way political theory deals, who are the political theorists, okay, what are their thinkings, why we are studying them, that everything we will discuss in our next class. Till then, take care.